What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, fellas? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh, what's up? What's up? Tricks. What's up? What's up? What's up? Scalawags. What's up? What's up?
Scally, skip, cap, scally whoops, and all them. Anyway, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Wakamar in the building. As you know, the Detroit Mail, the man with the Grandmaster plan. He in the building. We already cutting the food, acting the donkey already. It's all good because we are here, episode 166. It is Thursday. It is Thirsty Thursday, Titty Thursday, Taco Thursday, whatever you want to call it, whatever.
What was that? Someone say titties? Did someone say titties?
No. Oh, but look, you do us a favor, go on over to YouTube. I.O.W Sports Network is the address. Go show us some love, like, share, follow, hit that bell notification. It'll let you know every time we drop new content. Subscribe to your boy. Show us some love, man. We out here grinding for y'all. We grinding. Yeah.
Grinding like a hooker.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but we are definitely on our grind. Because a hooker's grind is definitely different from our grind.
You ain't seen me grind, nigga. So.
Yeah, whatever you doing on your grind is what you do. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing podcasting. I don't know what kind of grind you're on. Comparing it to a hooker's grind. So I don't know what kind of grind you're on, but yeah,
we get down and dirty.
Yeah, don't get too dirty, bro. No, going over to YouTube, like I said, that's where all that content is at. I.O.W Sports Network, same address as it is on Instagram.
Right.
So take a moment away from you looking at your Instagram models, and go give us a like, share, and follow on Instagram as well. The address on our Twitter page, I.O.W Sports 1. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. So take a pause on your Twitter beefs and come on over to our Twitter page, I.O.W Sports 1, showing some love and support there. And most importantly, I.O.W Sports Network is the address to our Facebook page. It's open to public, and I'm looking at y'all, looking at you, talking to you for the public. This is y'all page. All the information, all the things that are shared comes from the fans, comes from the public.
Right.
You want to drop a funny sports meme, make everybody laugh? That's the place to do it. You want to drop our own sports take to get the cooler talk, the barbershop talk going? That's the place you come do it. But we emphasized on the word network. So if you do have a sports podcast, regular podcast, or a small business, please come over to I.O.W Sports Network on Facebook. Drop your content, drop your the name of your small business, and let people know that you exist. And you never know. You never know what kind of goods and services you're able to sell on Facebook. Hey, Facebook has Facebook Market. Why not come to I.O.W Sports Network and advertise yourself as a small business? Just say it. And it's free. Hey, that's the point of networking. Hey, the pot is big. Inflation's like a crazy motherfucker right now. Come on and sell yourself, all right? That's the place to come do it. Sell yourself.
What's that?
Sell yourself.
Oh,
sell yourself.
Damn,
that sounds real bad now.
Damn, man, I wasn't even gonna argue with you.
No, I didn't know you was gonna take it.
I was like, hey.
And most importantly, you see that
gas is high, so
it is, yo.
You got to sell booty for some gas. Do what you got to do.
Hey, luckily we under $5, so you ain't got to sell too much ass to get some
gas. Ass for gas.
Ass for gas. But no, on that Facebook page, pin to the top, of course. Yeah, pin to the top. It's the address to our merch. Provided by Detroit Mail's very own t-shirt company, J. Edwin Collection. He provides all the merch for I.O.W Sports. So definitely cop some merch, hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts. We haven't worked on the contraceptives yet, but we're gonna work on them.
We got gimp suits.
Yeah, linen suits. We're gonna get them.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna get them. We're gonna get the lace fronts. We'll get them eventually.
All that.
But the cash app right there, scroll on the bottom of your screen. In order to get this cap, it's not on the merch. It's not on the merch pros. And the only way to get it is that cash app at the bottom. Send $30 that way. Give us a physical address, and you will get the very exclusive I.O.W Sports cap. All right, now let's check in the comments. Who we got in the building with us today? Kofi Weisstein. Shout out to Kofi. Good morning, Vietnam. A famous line right there. If y'all know the reference, you get it. We ain't gotta
Nick
explain it.
said he got a few minutes and send him a link. He waiting to get his asshole bleached.
Yeah, let's let him keep that to himself.
He said in between bleaching, send him a link.
I know, but shout out to Kofi Weeson. Hey, when you guys get a chance, go on over to Dirty Hills Podcast, great wrestling podcast, headed up by Kofi Weeson and the homie good brother Bove. So definitely go check them out. Of course, Matt's in the building. Hey yo,
what up, Matt?
Matt's in the building. What's up, Scroggins? What's up, bro? Shout out to the other male. We got like 3 males in the building right now. Octopitical? Hey, good evening. Yeah. First time seeing you here. Hey, welcome to the show. Hopefully, you stick around. Shout out to Man Down Sports. That's headed up by Melvin Warren and them fellas over there, Man Down Sports. Y'all definitely go show them some love on their YouTube page. Octolyptical. All right. Word. We like it. It's unique.
Right.
You got to understand, we too.
We don't understand the optics.
Yeah, we two regular city niggas from the Midwest, and we speak different languages. So,
I speak nigganese.
Kansas City. Yeah, we speak nigganese. So, bear with us. Yeah, it's mathematical.
Kind of mathematical.
Yeah, right. See, that's the thing.
What you threw me off at.
Yeah, we don't mess with the math.
The only math I know is grams
and ounces. Had you broke your name down to Dub, I'd have been
okay. All right, got you.
Had you said ounce, I'm like, yeah,
right.
More bounce.
You should have said Octa 8 ball, I'd have got you. Sorry, bet, got you, bro.
I'm like, I know that. I know about that. Yeah. Anyway,
you gotta put that on
the scale. No. Anthony Price is in the building. Shout out to
Anthony.
Man. What's good? But let's get down to business, man. I mean, I kind of talked about it last night on the show on I.O.W. Sports Late Night Out. But what you think about it, Detroit, man? Baker Mayfield, man. He coming on to our state. He
living that bum life. Nobody want that nigga.
He coming to Carolina. He coming to North Carolina. I'm on a razor. He coming.
I can't even get hyped over it.
You ain't hyped
for what? I mean,
you're not hyped. It's Baker Mayfield, dog. You're not hyped.
Baker garbage. But here's the thing, though. Now he gets to see and show his true self. You can't say okay because he don't have Nick Chubb, he don't have Kareem Hunt, he don't have a good line like he did in Cleveland. So now you'll see what you really can do. You know what I'm saying? If you say you're as skilled as you are, let's see what you can do.
If you say you the man.
Right. You say you the man, see what you can do. Because you don't have that running game like you did up in Cleveland.
Hell,
you still got a decent defense, but you don't have that running game.
Man.
I was thinking the same. That was the next thing on my tongue, my man. They're the same thing.
So this is kind of and for those who watched the show last night, don't mind what I'm about to say. It's kind of going to sound like last night. It's okay. So here's my thing with Carolina. I got to look at this from Carolina's side first, and then I'll venture off into what my true point is eventually. With bringing in Baker Mayfield, you're looking at a dude that was just on the Cleveland team for the last 3-4 years that had it plush. I mean, you kind of alluded to it. He had Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, you had Odell Beckham, you had Jarvis Landry, David Njoku, and on the other side of the football, you had a damn good defense.
Defense, right?
You had
a good offensive line.
Great offensive line. I mean, let's talk about it. Cleveland's offensive line has always been ranked in the top 5 since Baker's been there.
Right.
So you go to Carolina, and not the diss on the Panthers. The defense is there. You know what I'm saying? They do got a solid defense. Only problem is Christian McCaffrey can't stay healthy. It's all on DJ Moore, who's a good wide receiver, but he gets lost in the shuffle of wide receiver talks because
right.
He's in Carolina, and he doesn't have a quarterback that's consistently getting him the football. Other than that, it's not really much to speak of on Carolina's team. So you go from pretty much an A+ roster to a C+ roster at best.
Right. And then when your biggest star can't stay healthy.
Yeah, your biggest star can't stay healthy. My thing is I'm of the thought process that if you couldn't succeed with an A+ roster,
Yeah, what you gonna do with this one?
what you gonna do? What you gonna do with a C+ roster?
Yeah, I mean, I understand Carolina may be a little desperate because they're looking at Sam Darnold and say he not the answer, but they should have asked me that before they traded for him. I'd have
but
gave him
that
that. I'd have told
but
him not to do that.
desperate as hell is
But
not even the word for it though.
however, you just making a lateral transfer basically. You're not really making a step up.
But they're wasting draft capital doing it.
Yeah.
Look, all right. So even since Tapper, David Tapper, I think the new owner has bought him, and I think it was like 2018, 2017, or whatever. First, they tried to mend the quarterback gap by getting rid of Cam,
Right.
bringing Teddy Bridgewater, paid him,
Mm-hmm.
paid him like 23, 25 million a year.
Right.
That didn't work out. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so you go get the young guy from New York. You're like, he's a young guy. It's just the situation just didn't work out for him in New York. Let's go get Sam Darnold. Give up draft picks.
All right.
Still got to pay the man's contract. 2 years in, it just ain't work. Okay. All right. Well, let's PJ Walker. I coached you in Temple. Okay, let's see if that works. No, that didn't work. All right, we need a reunion with Superman. Come on, Cam. Come on back. It's like these cats are literally throwing any and everything at the wall for the quarterback position, and they can't get nothing to stick.
Mm-hmm.
But why Baker though? Why
Wait a
Baker?
minute. So Anthony, why you say they're not the same?
Oh, they definitely the same. Case
Go ahead.
a turnover machine. Both were touted to have the talent to actually do something, and both never really lived up to it. My thing is Baker Mayfield had one good season with the Cleveland team, the roster that he had. They get to the playoffs, they win a playoff game, but outside of that, Baker ain't done nothing. I mean, do you want to bring up the stats of interceptions that Baker has thrown? I mean, he's having like a double-digit interceptions in multiple years,
Right.
double-digit, and that's what Sam Darnold's problem was turnovers and injuries. Now Baker turnovers just had his first injury plagued year. But my biggest point is that the Panthers go get Matt Corral. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They get Matt Corral in the draft.
Right.
Obviously, he's a project, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not build your team for Matt Corral for your project in the future? Why not do that? Or why not just wait till next year when the draft is going to be loaded with quarterbacks?
Well,
Going to be loaded with quarterbacks.
You'll get another quarterback and Matt Corral?
No, but I'm just saying you don't waste draft picks to get Baker Mayfield.
Well, I mean, I agree with that. I don't see the upside.
That's my point. There's no upside.
You were speaking to Anthony's point. I'll give the slight edge to Baker over Donald, but it's not like you moving the needle that much that great. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you having a drastic move between Baker and Donald. Thus, that's why I say they're the same quarterback. You're not really,
just like you said, it's a linear move.
It's not a great separation between the two.
No, it ain't that much.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you got Baker and all of a sudden the team's gonna be better or look better. It's gonna be pretty much the same as it was last year. You might get an extra win here and there, but that's about all you're gonna get.
Hey, look, Baker ain't setting the league on fire. Baker Mayfield
a dumpster fire. That's about it. Shoot, that's about it.
A hot trash on fire.
Right. Oh, that's about it for real.
But let's just look at Baker coming into the NFL anyway. Came in with all this hype publicity as if he was going to be.
I didn't like him in college. Just want to say that from the get-go, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, when he was at Oklahoma, Texas Tech first in Oklahoma, I heard about him. I wasn't crazy about him. I didn't like the cockiness and the bravado. You know, he was always trying to show up his opponents, like grabbing his nuts and and saying, suck my dick, I'm gonna whoop y'all ass, and then he go out
Mhm.
and have a terrible game. So,
Right.
and then in the big games, in the playoff game, he did okay. But my thing is if you are supposed to be the next quarterback, the next great thing to come into the NFL, you come
Right.
in with all this cockiness, bravado, and you just an average quarterback at best. Like, what are we doing? You got all these progressive commercials and like focus, bro. Like the roster was so plush for him. This is this,
Plus.
this is my biggest thing with Baker Mayfield. The roster was set up for him to succeed,
Yeah.
and he had minimal success. Minimal
Mhm.
success. I can't expect. How can you have minimal success with the roster that you had? You know, and now you go into a roster with not as much as the roster you just left.
Right.
I come on, man.
Here's what I say to Anthony's point. You still got to take in consideration this. You looking at a Sam Donald who had nothing to work with, and a Baker Mayfield has something to work with, had everything to work with. So yeah, there's gonna be some positive look on Baker's Mayfield's part, but when it comes down to it, it's still basically the same quarterback. You're not gonna get that much production out of Baker Mayfield, and him in Carolina is gonna prove it anyway. It's gonna tell the whole tale right
Story.
now.
Yeah.
When you see him play this year in Carolina, you're gonna see it was all the other parts they had in Cleveland, and not really Baker Mayfield.
Well, I mean, and that's the biggest thing because we've said it. Me, you, big homie Nick. We have beaten that dead horse many times. That man, Baker Mayfield he's just not the fire starter in Cleveland. He's along for the ride in Cleveland. He been along for the ride in Cleveland. Now, if they shut down Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and they say, "Hey, man, Baker, you got to go win us the games." More times than not, he not winning them games for you. More times than not, he is not going to be able to throw you a victory. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a
Oh, what? Come on, Anthony. Panther wide receivers are better than the Browns. You said
mm,
OBJ and Jarvis Landry.
that he had in well, DJ Moore. I do like DJ Moore. DJ
Oh,
Moore
I'm
is
not.
nice.
I'm saying, but compared to the Browns,
Or what Baker had in Cleveland.
what Baker had in Cleveland,
Baker had a damn squad in Cleveland, bro. I'm sorry,
I don't
dog.
know about that one, Anthony. I don't know about that one, bro.
Like Baker had a squad in Cleveland.
Right.
Like, how many times have we said it? If you just give me hell, and I know you hate this guy, if you had Kirk Cousins
Oh,
on that Cleveland squad, come on,
let
bro,
me
be
shut this
honest.
thing down.
No, hey, say what you want. Say what you want, but had you had Kirk Cousins on that roster that Baker had in Cleveland,
Yeah, I get it. I think he would been
he
better. He did
he
better than Baker.
right, he would have at least had the same amount of success as
Right.
Baker, if not more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He would have had some. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever you do, do not pan your camera to the backside of your gown. We don't want to see none of that.
Bro,
Hey, how's the bleaching going?
I asked if I could. Hold on a second, man. I'm back on the phone. I'll be right back in.
All right.
Shout out to big homie Nick Shine. Man, let's send our brother some good positive vibrations his way. He's, as you can see, he's in the hospital, dealing with some personal things, and hopefully he can fight through it and get to it. Octa we'll talk about Brittany Griner in just a second. We will get to her because she's definitely on the docket of things we need to talk about.
Right.
But we'll get to her in just a second. But I'm just saying, like when you look at this situation, I mean, this is really crazy. What's up, old man?
What's up?
How you feeling, bro?
Good,
I'm
man.
back.
Good.
I'm on the phone, so I had to go into the Facebook page where the volume jumps up here loud, and then come back in here because I can hear you guys. Old school trickery.
Live from the hospital bed.
Hey, man, you know what? I am such a dedicated New York Jet fan that I admitted myself to a hospital to the injured reserve list just to be closer to my team.
You on a pup list?
This is on a physically unable to perform list. He's on the pup list.
On a pup list?
So I got people in the room. I got a roommate. Lamar, you know the joke I sent to you?
Oh, bro.
I used that on the very hot Hispanic Echo Tech today. I'm gonna get close to the phone. So I get in there and I was like, I've been on a donor list for a long time. And she turned and looked at me. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I'm on the penis implant list, and one finally came in. I'm hoping it's a bigger, darker one, but with my luck, it's gonna be a small Asian one.
Bro, when he sent me that joke, I hollered.
Fuck all that you talking about. Where that technician at?
Yeah, what the technician at?
Man.
Tell her come on back. Tell her jump in.
I was downstairs for 6 hours with testing, and I was laying in the hallway waiting after the nuclear stress test. And she walked by, and I literally popped up and turned my head and smiled. And she turned and looked at me, and then 2 minutes later, she comes back. She's like, "Oh, Mr. Shine, I'm here to take you." I was like, "Oh man, you caught me looking at you, didn't you?" And I was cracking jokes the whole time. She's like, "I really needed this today."
Hey, shoot your shot, bro. Shoot your shot. Yeah,
I did. That's why I'm back up in the room alone. You call me Russell Westnick.
Hey, that ain't a good thing, because Westbrook ain't a great shooter, so you be bound to miss, bro.
That's what he's saying. I think that's what he's saying.
But you're gonna shoot anyway. I got it.
Don't matter. He gonna take his shot.
So big homie Nick, I know you've been dealing with some personal stuff, but Baker's coming on to Carolina, man.
Right.
I mean,
gives a shit. What is that? Needle?
Look, I had to
moves the wind needle a little bit more than Cam going back there last year, and Cam won 0 games. It's still a bad team.
It is.
You don't have a reliable running back. McCaffrey's always getting hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into it, because then we won't have nothing to talk about when we do the preview. But, well, I mean, what are you going to do? Mayfield in Cleveland relied heavily upon the run with a great offensive line, with a great elite running back. And now... Two great running backs. Well, Chubb is the workhorse, right? Hunt was the passing game, swing back, and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't see it being a very good marriage. But I did see where Josh Rosen's a free agent, and if Carolina signs them, they'd have 3 of the top 10 picks in the 2018 draft.
Ooh-wee, boy, look what just came in.
What's that? Oh,
them joints is fresh. The Nike Pegasus.
Look at that. Where you get them from?
Cleats?
No, they're Nike Pegasus. It got the Chiefs logo on the back. Just came in. I bought them for myself on my birthday.
Oh, well. You get them from Amazon or something?
No, NFL Shop.
Oh, NFL Shop. Okay.
Yeah, those are nice. Gotta take care of yourself.
I know that's
take
right.
care of yourself. That's all. So
speaking of take care of yourself, how's the bleaching going?
you bleach.
Oh man, I asked them, because I came to the ER yesterday. You guys know, and I didn't plan on being kept overnight. And then I found out now, I have a heart procedure tomorrow, and so I'm sitting here. I'm like, all right. I'm like, can I? What the fuck are you laughing at?
Anthony.
He never said Brown to lead wide receivers.
No, because before you hopped on, we were having this conversation with Anthony. We were like, the wide receivers that Baker Mayfield had in Cleveland we thought were better than more elite than Carolina. I love DJ Moore, but I mean, the wide receiver and core that Baker had in Cleveland, man. I mean, what more can you have? That man had a plush team around him, and he had minimal success, man.
We've said it since I've started doing shows with you guys, that if you take the quarterback position away, Cleveland may have the best roster in the NFL.
Right.
That's never been a question. Now, the thing that popped into my head with this, do the Cleveland Browns know the length of the Watson suspension?
Thank you.
And
See,
that's
you took me there. See, you
and
took me
that's
there.
what made them make this trade finally, saying, okay, 4 games, bye Baker.
Right.
Hey, look, for Baker, 4 games, they can live with Jacoby Brissett. You know what I'm saying? A whole year, you can't live without. Look, I said it last night. If he's suspended for a whole year, I'm keeping Baker. Hey, Baker is a better quarterback than Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, Baker was familiar with the team. You would keep him. You would find a way to kumbaya and let bygones be bygones. I know your butt hurt that we got Deshaun and your feelings is hurt, but let this, like Mel has said this millions of times. If Deshaun is suspended for a year, hey Baker, just use this year as your interview year.
Mm-hmm.
Use it as your way to show, hey, Cleveland is wrong about me. They don't want me here. All you other guys, general managers, are wrong about me. This is
right. It's your audition tape.
Yeah, this is my audition tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
I could see the comments. I didn't know I could ever see the comments on here. Jamel said this motherfucker and the doctor is still putting work in.
Yeah. Hey,
not just in the doctor, bro. I'm in the hospital, man. I got admitted to the hospital.
Hey, I'm telling you, Deshaun is either getting suspended 4 games or none. 4 none. But he's starting week 1. That's my
I said he will not start week 1. Oh yeah, we know that.
I.O.W, appreciate it. Yeah, my birthday's next Wednesday, so I celebrated a little bit early. Got me a little gift. So, come on, Matt. I get what you're saying, but here's my thing. And you look at the timing of all this.
I don't care about week 1. I don't want them starting week 2 because that's when the Jets play the Browns.
So you want him out of there? Get him up out of there,
man.
Get him up out of there. Like, no, sir.
Robert Salah needs to send some masseuses to his house. Remember how the old stories with Lawrence Taylor? When he went to Washington, Dexter Manley and other guys would send hookers with drugs to his hotel. That's what they need to do to Watson. You never heard those stories? They would before Washington played the Giants, they would send prostitutes with drugs to go hang out with LT all night. Motherfucker would hang out all night and then go get like a 3-sack game on them.
So it never worked. Hey, come on. Come on. What does motivate men a lot? Pussy and blow. It always works. That always motivates. Come on.
That's also the reason I'm in the hospital right now.
No, it was a blow party. You ain't getting no ass, huh?
They're gonna have to show good face, so Watson will get. Yeah, we agree with suspended Anthony, but you know.
Well, I agree.
Oh, Anthony's a Washington fan. Anthony had to hear that.
I agree he's going to get suspended. I don't agree with it, but he will get suspended though. I just me personally, and here's why I feel this way. He has the hearing with the judges for the behavioral council for the NFL, and they're the ones that's going to be the one that's going to determine the length of his suspension. It's judges that are on that panel. Judges, and what do they always rule by? They rule by facts.
Money.
Well, yeah, in certain cases, yes, money. But they rule by facts. And the facts of the cases is that there was the criminal charges were dropped, all right? And it was because of what? Lack of evidence or little to none or zero at all. So that's how judges rule. They're going to look at the facts of all the case. They're going to come down to it, be like, yo, this guy is just he likes happy endings. What guy doesn't like his happy ending?
I love a happy ending.
What guy doesn't like his happy endings? That's what the judges are going to look at.
We only have to go with the once upon a time straight to the.
A happy ending for me would be this heart procedure going well tomorrow.
So that's what gives me the belief that he's not going to be suspended for a year. He's definitely not getting a year. Because Cleveland wouldn't make this trade with Baker if they knew he was getting suspended for a year.
It's the same thing when they did the contract with him, and it only gave him the $1 million for a year. They understood the suspension might come down. So the trading Baker Mayfield be like them already probably knowing what the suspension is and
Yeah.
go ahead and making that move. So all right then, Baker. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to leave anyway, boom.
Oh well, he didn't want to leave until they got Deshaun. Deshaun was pretty much the whole domino of all this.
Well, who cares?
But
You know how
it's
bad I
Yes.
wish that Carolina was doing the Hard Knocks.
Oh, right.
Do you
Right.
know how good that would be if Carolina did Hard Knocks?
Mhm.
hey, they do the in season now. They do the Hard Knocks in season now.
Oh, Mel,
Yo.
I didn't get a chance to watch it because I saw it just as I opened up YouTube.
Mhm.
You got to go look at the Pat McAfee show. If you follow Pat McAfee show on YouTube, one of the first things that popped up was, do the Lions have one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL? With St. Brown, Jameson. It's like a 3.5-minute video. I didn't watch it yet, but I wanted to mention that to you.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. But yeah, man, I think that the Baker Mayfield situation, man, it's like this. Like I said earlier, this right here is gonna show you what he's really made of. Because now he don't have none of those running backs, none of other things, the mass, his inability. He has to really show up. And since I believe and know that he can't.
Oh no! You can speak for the rest of us.
Okay,
We
believe. No, he can't.
I.O.W. Sports believe that Baker, you've been average at best. You're gonna continue to be average at best.
Prove me right.
You're just gonna prove I.O.W. right. All right.
That's it.
Because we've all been on that train. It's just it's hard to believe that he's gonna be playing phenomenal football all of a sudden.
Right.
It's come on now. He doesn't even have the tools to be a phenomenal quarterback and play outside of his means. Like if he had Lamar Jackson's ability, I'd be like, you know what? He might be able to still win some games.
He is good at bootlegs and stuff like that. I give him that.
I mean, he is athletic.
Yeah,
so he's been banged up. He had that left shoulder problem. He's played through injuries.
What up, Rich?
But you got to make the throws as a quarterback, man.
Yeah, and that's to me that's my thing with him.
Am I due? Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I'm just more laughing at the Panthers is because they got to continue to keep.
Best part of the day is my half giving me breakfast and giving me a sponge bath.
Oh Lord.
Oh wow! Can you please turn that camera off? Can you please turn the camera off?
Hey Anthony, that's a smart move. I love DJ Moore, but I will grab him in fantasy as a last resort. There's nothing about Carolina's offense right now that's screaming at me that they're going to be.
I'll take Icky Aquanu. That's it.
Oh yeah.
He'll have more pancake blocks than Baker will have completions.
This guy.
My God! Come on, man! Come on, man! Come on.
Okay, what time does dinner?
This guy, he ain't no Eli. Come on, this guy. He always got to sneak a little Giants in there,
Sorry,
football,
European. I don't mess my dinner order.
Yeah, football.
Yeah,
football in Europe. Which, by the way, American football is getting big in over in Europe.
It's starting to build up over there, man.
Yeah, man. Well, obviously you see how many international games that they're throwing out.
I mean, what's logistics they can work out playing in London and getting a team over there?
Man,
it's hard, man. What are you going to do?
I know it's hard.
You're going to travel to the United States for 2 weeks. You're not going to go. Well, you're going to go from London to go play the Chargers.
He ain't no Jake Delhomme either.
I don't know, man. I mean, put it this way: if there's enough money involved, they figure it out.
You would have to put a division over there where if you go to London, you run the gauntlet with the division. You're there for a month. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of going back and forth.
That's what I'm saying. But if there's enough money involved, they figure it out.
You're not getting guys who grew up in Southern California or in Texas, New York, Florida. I'm gonna go play professional football. I'm going to London. Fuck that.
Hey,
Like,
do you really
Hey.
think you really think they care? They getting paid.
They get
They will
paid.
go play
I'll go to
in-
London. I
listen,
will go to London.
going there
London.
for one game is different than having to move to a different country. It's not like it's the Blue
Yeah,
Jays
but
at baseball.
I'm saying, but it's not like. But you
I
act
will
like
go
you,
to Antarctica if they are paying
wait a minute,
me
hold on. But
$50
you act,
million a year,
it's
bro.
not like you going to a country that you can adapt to. London.
Dude, Eli Manning refused to go to the Chargers. You don't think players
You
will
said-
refuse to go
You
to
said
London?
Eli Manning.
But I'm saying it's the perfect example. It's the most recent guy of someone who got drafted and said, we are not playing for that team. The whole family said, he is not going there. We're not playing for that team.
Yeah.
You'd see the same thing happening with London, and then the league would have an issue on their hands. It would be bad for the league if players refuse to go to a team. And that's what I think would happen.
I don't think it'd be that many people refusing to play. I just don't think it would be because it's London. Now, if you're saying you're going to like a whole nother different country like Japan or something like that, I can understand that. But London,
Well, but I go to
culturally,
Japan too. What are you
I'm
talking about?
saying, but London, culturally, it's like going to
Konnichiwa,
Canada.
bitches.
Right, it's like
That's
going to
because
Canada.
Lamar
Like
loves
going to
cream of
Canada.
some young guy.
Oh wow!
It's
Well,
from
I'm
the
saying,
movie-
it's like,
I don't like
from the
that, but
movie,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Cocoon, I think it was, right? The old guy who played Mickey at the end was doing all of his lines in the grocery store.
Bro, I get what you're saying, Nick, but that Eli Manning situation was a one-off. It's not too many players in the NFL that are refusing to go to where they get drafted at. It's not a lot of players doing that.
yeah,
Especially,
I
one of
hear
the
you.
sorry teams.
I get what you're saying, but the money will be the same no matter what team you go to.
well, that's my point. If the money is right, you would go anywhere.
Like, you're
You
going
know
to have
what
to pay me more to leave the country.
But why?
I mean-
I'm confused by that because I'm saying it's not like you're going to a totally different culture. I mean,
And
there's some
what about
difference.
free agents? Who's going to willingly go live in London and have to deal with that commute? And it's not like you're going to South Beach, like Tyreek Hill, London or Miami.
Well, I mean, it's Miami. I mean,
It's Miami though, you know.
That's
Like you
what I'm saying. Like,
oh, you saying
why don't
London
you just
and
take Seattle and move Seattle because it's dark and dingy and nasty there, and just move them to London?
well, they can go to Vancouver. It's like 150 miles away.
I mean, look, most of these
Yeah, but
players
you could still get one of your ladies of the night from Seattle to take an Uber up to Vancouver. You can't do that when you're in London.
Oh no! London, they got their own underworld.
I don't know. Yeah, I said it before. English women look like dudes with bad teeth. I'm good.
I don't know, man. I didn't see a lot of
Those are rarities.
what they call
Who's
it?
Who's the Facebook user that I can't see the
Taxi
name?
cab confessions.
Yeah, I don't know. Who is that?
Who
Who's
made the Jake Delhomme comment?
Jake DeLone, man. Jake DeLone.
Who made the Jake Delhomme?
He said down.
Down home.
I thought it was Matt, but the Facebook user at 40. I don't know.
Is that 40?
Yeah, that's 40.
Oh, 40. Okay, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it said.
What up,
Y'all
40?
wild, man.
But I had my head down and look up the thing. But yeah, I don't know. I just think I just think that London. I think people want to go to London. It's a destination people want to go anyway.
Once a year, sure, but to uproot and put an entire organization out there by themselves, you can't have joint practices.
You do know London's like the New York of the Europe, right? You do know that.
Correct. But when you're talking about the logistics of it,
if you're on the East Coast, flying from the East Coast of London is not that bad. West Coast, I can understand.
Oh, yeah, West Coast would be a problem.
Yeah,
where the Chargers and any team on the West Coast would have a problem.
Philly, all Philly, New York, it's not that far from London. It's not that bad. Anywhere down the East Coast, I don't see it being that bad.
Hey, look, if I'm quarterback getting paid $50 million a year, you can send my ass to Antarctica, and I hate the cold. I'd be down there like a motherfucker playing football.
Take me to Brazil to play. Oh, I'd love to go to Brazil to play.
Oh, Brazil would be nice.
I'd be like, hey, what's going? I'd probably be like Never at the game. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey,
What's going on? I
hey,
play
hey,
football. I need you to play with my balls because I play football.
Kind of like
ever
the
since-
game down there. They have touchdown Jesus.
It's not American football. Then maybe organize NBA matches in Europe. But they already got that though. I mean, they don't have it's not NBA, but they got basketball.
Well, here's the thing with the NFL. They remember back in the days they had the NFL Europe. It was the developmental league.
Yeah. I
Or
remember
the
that.
actual
Oh
main
yeah, I
roster.
forgot about that. Yeah.
So
Forgot about that.
Hey, I gotta split. I gotta
No, go
put
ahead.
in order.
Go ahead, man.
I just want to let you guys know. I'll hit you up tomorrow, Matt.
Okay.
I'll hit you up tomorrow when I'm awake and everything's good. And Lamar, should I have reason for concern that they're going to put me out and the doctor's name was Dr. Thomas and I'm going to be unconscious around someone named Dr. Thomas?
Now you good because this time it's only like women, not me. So
Jamel
you good. So you be good.
Hey, but do not be surprised if you wake up with a fish scale labia. Do not be surprised. Hey,
If your doctor last name is Dick, then you might have a issue.
Hey, I've been hearing they've been using fish scales for labia transplant. That's all I know. You know, hey, Nick gonna come back tomorrow. He gonna be half man, half tilapia tomorrow, bro.
Man, if I fucking wake up, I'm happy.
hey, Nick gonna come at the Monday show. He gonna talk like this.
It's like a girl going on a date with Jamel. I don't care what happens. As long as I wake up.
As long as you wake up while I'm in the process.
Oh gosh. This shit is getting out of control. Hey, man, keep fighting, bro, man. We rooting for you, bro.
Yeah. Good. Appreciate all the support in the chat, everyone. Be good.
All right, man. Be good, man.
All right, buddy.
All right, man.
Oh shit. Oh.
like, oh shit, she's up. I increased the dosage.
Oh, goodness. Nah, bro. Shit, man. The way these NFL players is the way the NFL had the NFL Europe. If they're going to expand their love for football, I think they should try to find a way to bring that back. Because
I don't know, man. Like I said, I know I got friends all over the world, and you know, I know about international travel, and I think London is a destination that people will want to go play. I mean, it's, you know,
I agree with you.
It's not that far. I mean, just like Mexico, most of the southern states can go to Mexico and play. They had a team down there, and West Coast.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in Arizona, Phoenix to Mexico is like 2 hours.
Maybe even less.
To the border. You know what I'm saying? If you're in Yuma, you right there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's not
California teams.
California, you know, if you're in San Diego, Baja's right there.
Yeah.
And you Tijuana. So
yeah.
I mean, it's all about if it's enough money involved.
Oh, and see, that's the thing. I mean, you're talking about a $16 billion industry. They'll figure out the money part. They'll figure out the logistics parts. You know, it's if to me it's if it makes sense for certain towns to have an NFL team there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because with an NFL team bringing there, one, you do have to worry about stadium. All right, so who's paying for that? You know, believe it or not, when these stadiums are getting built, it depends on who, if the owner pays for it outright, or they get help from the city.
Right.
Well, if they get help for the city, that means what? It affects your taxes. You know what I'm saying? So that is something that you do have to take into consideration if you're talking about bringing a professional team to your city. Right. But the good thing, the positive, of course, it brings jobs, it brings revenue. So it does bring that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I mean, you know, who knows what a sports team could revitalize a city, you know, financially wise.
Yeah, I was just looking it up. So Philly, to London 7 hours. New York to London 6 hours.
Yeah, flight
That's
wise. Yeah,
Flight wise, that's nothing.
yeah. I would get on the boat though, just to have a party on the way there.
Yeah, then you gonna get to London and lose the game.
Look, hell, I'm going to London, bro. It's one game. I'm
You
having
got
a
friends all
ball.
over the world. You mean females only, no guys?
In different area codes, hoes.
I got hoes.
I got hoes. Ow. I got hoes in different area codes. Well,
For
look,
real.
R.I.P. Nate, bro, for real. I mean, look, if NFL wants to do it, because obviously, here's the thing. Obviously, they made fans of American football in Europe when they had NFL Europe, 15, 20 plus years ago.
Right.
Then they revitalized that love for it once you start going over there having London games. And now they doubled up on it. And now they've added a Germany game. So now you got fans in Germany that are getting excited for football.
Okay, but let me say this.
Then you add the Mexico City game. You got 4 international games. I mean, well, what have we always said?
Let me ask this question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is the NFL doing that?
Oh, because international money is big money, dog.
Right. So my thing is, what's the end game?
Money.
So to me, eventually, I think they're gonna try to set something up where either they bring back a NFL Europe type thing or set a team in one of those countries, because it's like it's not about just going over there to play, just to be playing. You know what I'm saying? You build.
They're planting seeds. They're planting
you
seeds.
can build the fan base.
Yeah.
Through the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just get the game shown in London, but we actually physically have a game there. People can actually get attached to the team and actually seeing the players. That's a whole different experience. You're playing in a stadium, you're going to see the game, then you get used to seeing that game. You be like, oh, it'd be nice to do this for a season. And then the officials get to talking. The mayor of London get to talking to some officials. Say, hey man, let's get a stadium going. Let's get a team. Bam, NFL right there. Who you gonna call? You'll call the NFL. That's what you used to. That's who you used to seeing. Who you used to dealing with. That's the product used to that the locals fell in love with.
Eventually, it's going to happen. I don't know if we'll see it, but they will eventually have an international team because they've been doing these international games for at least a good 10 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look. NFL will go wherever the money's going.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, business wise, you think about it from a business standpoint.
Yeah. It would not hurt the league to add expansion teams in international waters.
They went to Canada, bro, in basketball. They had 2 teams in Canada, lost one, and kept one.
Yeah, and one's won a world championship in the last 4 years.
Traveling from Orlando to Toronto is a nice little trip.
Yeah, that's a trek.
Toronto is 4 hours from Detroit.
Yeah, I mean,
Orlando is about 22 hours from Detroit.
Driving wise, right?
Driving wise, yeah. Flying, it may be less.
Probably like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a nice trip. You know what I'm saying? It's no different especially airplane wise, from traveling from Orlando to Toronto or
just Orlando to New York.
Or hell, what if the Lakers play in Toronto? That's a nice trip.
It's a nice trip, but look how much money you're gonna bring in because people want to go see the Lakers.
Right. So that's my point. My point is, what's the difference between that and London? Hey, just going across a body of water, but still distance wise, it's not that far.
No.
Same going down into Mexico. As long as you ain't down like the southern tip, because Mexico a big country, that's a nice little trip. But you up like in the upper part of the northern part of Mexico, it's not that far. I mean, basically, all your border states really are dipped into Mexico, like Texas, New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, California, right there.
Yeah.
2.5 hours from Newark.
What, Newark to Toronto, Matt? Is that what you're talking about? In
Maybe it is
Orlando?
Orlando. Okay,
Oh, from flying?
flying. Yeah,
Oh,
flying.
then that
Mhm.
pilot hauling ass.
So okay, you feel like all right. So Newark is probably maybe what you say halfway, maybe somewhat. Trying
What,
to
to
think.
Toronto?
Yeah.
You probably add on another hour, maybe another hour and a half.
Hold on. Let me ask this. Hey, Matt, how far is Newark to Buffalo? And that'll
Flight
tell you right there.
flight
Flight wise.
wise is
If you know
probably like
that,
an
that'll tell you
hour.
right there because Buffalo ain't nowhere from Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah, then it's probably like another hour then. Probably 45
Mhm.
minutes. Because
Yeah.
I know a flight from Kansas City to Chicago was like 45 minutes back in the days.
Okay.
So I remember that.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
if it's like an hour from Newark to Toronto, it's probably just a 3.5 hour trip then. Because literally, like when you come out of Buffalo, you cross over into Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
You're in Ontario, and Toronto's like right there.
yeah.
You ain't that far. Yeah, I think St. Catherine and one of them little cities right there. Then you're in Toronto.
Look, bottom line, the NFL has a chance to capitalize on something that most sporting entities can't do. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking about, you know, the fact that you got now 4 international games when you started with one, 12, 13 years ago.
Oh, so yeah, you said one hour and about an hour and a half. So yeah, so that's about what it is. So you're looking at about
4 hours.
about 3 or 4 hours
Yeah.
to Toronto. So
max 4 hours.
Yeah, so let's say 4 hours. So that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing. But
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the benefits when you got fans. So here, and this is one thing I think what separates everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a difference between having fans locally in your city.
Yeah.
You the neighborhood superstar.
Mm-hmm.
But it don't mean nothing if the guy that's from the same neighborhood, but he's a national star.
Right.
You know, he got fans across the whole America. Y'all from the same hood.
Right.
But his money's gonna be bigger.
Oh yeah. Here's a good. I tell you, here's a good example. And though we all hate to mention these people, but look at Dallas.
The Cowboys? Oh, they got fans
They got
everywhere.
fans everywhere.
Everywhere.
So imagine.
No, you got a good point. That's why year in and year out, the Dallas Cowboys franchise, the value for that franchise goes up and up every year. And if Jerry Jones was to ever sell the team, or the Jones family ever sell the team, it'll be the highest amount that anybody would ever pay for a sports franchise. Because year in and year out, they are recognized worldwide. Market. That's why Jerry Jones is a genius.
You can go to Romania. They be like, "Go Cowboys!
Go Cowboys!"
You know what I'm saying? For real,
bro. I can't stand Jerry Jones, but one thing I will always give him respect for is how he marketed his team, not just nationally but internationally.
Right.
There's not. Even if you go to another country and they're not avid fans in the NFL, I bet you they know about Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah, most definitely, bro. Most definitely.
You could just say NFL. Oh, Dallas Cowboys.
They associate America with the Cowboys.
With Cowboys.
You know what I'm saying? So you look at that and you expand your market into other countries. You know how big the NFL will be?
It'll be huge. You talking about, first of all, 16 billion wouldn't even be that. They'll be pulling in at least, and I can't prove this, but you're looking at 25 plus billion a year instead of 16 if they're going international.
I mean, that's logical. I can't say for sure, but it's logical.
Yeah. I can't say for sure either. But I mean, you just look at it when you have literally so much fandom, and you know how people get when it comes to how they support their team. You think we're fanatics over here in America? No, they fight in Europe. Like they fight.
Oh, yeah. They get dumb.
Go to a European football game. We call it soccer. Go over there and see how loyal they are to their squad. Look, they literally fight. They go in the streets and try to kill each other over their squads, dog. Like they take fandom to a new level over there. And so imagine all the merchandise they could sell, pay for parking, pay for concession, Of course, pay for the ticket, go to the event, spend more money there, bring the fan with you. They got to get merchandise and food too. So you didn't spend a whole buttload of money.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's NFL easily has the chance to do something I don't think the NBA can do. Major League Baseball, first of all, ain't even popular enough in the United States to do it internationally. Uh, well, okay, let me back up. Let me back it up a little bit.
Back it up.
Major League Baseball can go into Caribbean part of America of the world. They can go to the Caribbean parts of the world.
Caribbean, Latin America, places
Yeah,
like that.
and make good money there. Maybe Japan if they decide to do it.
It's big in Asia.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh my God. Who?
Oh damn. Is this a ghost?
Right.
Have we been?
I ain't seen him in
Have
a
we been
long
hacked?
time.
Ryan, what up, bro?
What up, man?
Hey, type in the year that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and that'll let me know if you real or not. And this ain't a robot. Type in the year, and then that'll let us know if you real, Ryan. All right. But I mean, it's honestly, it's NFL has a chance to do something big. And hell, they're making news today. Yeah, all right. Ryan's real. He's real. The Raiders just came down.
Anthony mentioned it.
Yeah, Anthony had did mention it a minute ago. They are making headlines as they hire the first black woman as president. I and I'm a preface saying this. It's sad that we gotta still bring up race and gender as in people getting certain jobs in 2022, but I mean that's just the life. Right now. That's just the life that we in. And I'm trying to find her name so I make sure that we give her flowers.
I just seen it too. I was just looking at it.
No, I just saw it. I just had it on the phone, and I feel horrible that I didn't have it ready. And I'll get her name in a second. But overall, how do you feel about this news, big homie?
I mean, it's good that they expanding out, but like we always say, the Raiders always been ahead of their time when doing things. So it's just another thing that the Raiders is doing, far as like socially, making social moves that other teams.
There we go, Ryan. Sandra Douglas Morgan. So shout out to Miss Sandra Douglas Morgan. Big shout out from here at I.O.W. Sports for being the first black female president in NFL history.
The only thing I hate to say it, but when things like this happen, she will have to be the spokesperson for every female. She got to be the spokesperson for every black female too. Well, both for females and black females. So if she fails horribly, it's not that Sandra Douglas Morgan failed, it's that women fail or black women fail. They're not qualified to do this position. And that's the only downside to something like this. You celebrate it, you like to see change and progress and progressive thinking and things like that. But the downside of that is that they represent more than themselves. They represent a whole gender. They represent a whole race. Because of the society that we live in now. Yeah. Everything she does from now on is gonna be under a microscope. It's not gonna be under a microscope as this person did. It's gonna be under a microscope as a female decision or a black person or black female decision under a microscope, and that's the downside to it. Now I'm not saying that to say you shouldn't hire these people, or people who are marginalized or things of that nature. I'm just pointing out that that's part of.
You spin the facts.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just pointing out that's part of things.
This is what we do here on I.O.W. Sports.
I know we're gonna do something about these dang on Nats. That's what we're gonna do.
Look, are we analysts for ESPN or FS1? No, we are we are three guys that are fans that love the podcast, and hopefully one day we can be on Pat McAfee money level. That's what we hope. But we like to give our narrative and how we see things. And at the end of the day, we've seen this when it comes to minorities getting certain jobs and the weight that comes with it. It's not physical weight, it's social weight. All right.
Right.
It's pressure that is put on from critics and people that want to see you fail, that want to, say, hey, I told you so.
Right.
The only problem I have is the fact that she's doing this with the Raiders. Because you didn't put yourself behind the 8 ball, because let's look at their track record, baby. Look, Sandra Douglas Morgan, I love you, baby. Congratulations for being the first. But you picked the wrong squad. I mean, you're talking about the whole John Gruden situation. You're talking about Henry Ruggs. You talk about David Arnett. But the Raiders have always had issues besides last year. They have issues just about every damn year. Something's going on with the Raiders. Something's going on with the franchise. And look, I just hope that you pick the right squad to do this with, because like Mel said, you already coming with a lot of pressure, expectations. Every decision you make is going to be under a microscope. It's going to be scrutinized, negative or positive. It's going to be
right.
They're going to, the media and talking heads they're going to always look at you. Oh, is she doing right? I don't even like the way she sit. She shouldn't even be wearing that. Like no, literally, that's how some people go to death and to criticize you just because you are at first. And that comes with its own baggage and bundle of pressure and other shit.
Right.
We go to the Raiders, who have been. First of all, the Raiders right now are in another fight with the NFL. They I think they had sued the NFL over the John Gruden situation or something like that, or something like that. I don't 100% quote me, but as far as I know, they're in another legal fight with the NFL, and the Raiders, who have been owned by the Davis family, have been fighting with the NFL for 40, 50 years. So, like I said, congratulations to our sister. But damn, you couldn't pick the Jaguars. They a more quiet team, or pick somebody. Pick the Bengals. They're on the up.
Bengals is better. I don't know about the Jaguars.
Well, I'm just saying, pick some. Don't go to the loudest team in the room. You know what I'm saying?
She probably just went what opportunity was.
Oh, of course. You always take the opportunity that are not presented a lot to you. So you do take it. But I'm just saying, you don't go to the loudest team in the room. Like, damn. Like Raiders, Cowboys are up there as the loudest team in the room. You want to stay away. If you want to keep a low profile, you don't go to them. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be chill, quiet.
Right.
Those ain't the franchises you want to go to. It's going to be some noise.
Right. Nevada Gaming Control Board Chairman to the team
president. That's a move up.
That is a move up.
Financially wise too.
Hey, she married?
I know. I'm about to holler.
You got to holler at her. She got some paper.
Hey, I can't even cap. I looked at it. She a little caramel complected little John too.
She ain't bad looking either. Got some paper.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see what the ring finger look like.
Pack my bags and move to.
Oh yeah, she married, bro. She married, bro.
That nigga ain't doing that for you, girl.
That motherfucker ain't worth shit.
He ain't hitting no nigga.
He ain't hitting no shit.
He ain't hitting no.
I can't with you, bro. There's something wrong with you, man. Something is wrong with you.
No, but congratulations to us, sister. Good for you. I hope you do an excellent job in the position.
Yeah.
And hope it's open up doors for more people, that deserve to get the job.
Yeah.
What Matt say?
Matt Stupid said, "What's your man got to do with me?"
And he said,
That Vegas money, it can make anybody look good.
And that's right. Shoot, money can make everybody look good. Look at Biggie.
Hell yeah. Hey, Biggie was fat, black, and ugly, but he pulled
Mhm.
some tail once he got that money
Right.
though. You'll be
Yeah.
surprised. You will be surprised what money will
Hell,
do to
look
somebody.
at Seal. That
Hey,
nigga Seal like somebody dropped acid on him. You know what I'm saying? That nigga look something out of a Thriller video. This nigga- you know what I'm saying? For real.
what?
You pulling women left and right.
My man said, look at Seal.
First of all, the nigga name is Seal, and he looked like a seal. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, his parents knew. They knew he was ugly. We gonna name this nigga Seal.
I think today might be the day we get canceled. So
They say they already knew.
it's been a fantastic 166
Look here,
episodes.
Ma'am, here's your baby. That nigga like a seal. Guess that's what we gonna name him.
It's been a great 166 episodes, y'all. For those who have come and gone and supported us in any kind of way, it's been real. I wasn't prepared to drop my are getting canceled speech today, but it looks like today might be the day. Oh my god.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And he got a point too.
He said, look at Ray, dude blind and got 6 wives and 8 kids.
Hey, yeah, hey, he knew he just filled the wrist. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, I feel their wrist. I know they look good. I was like, how the hell this nigga do that? You didn't know you fat by your wrist? Oh, it's kind of puffy. You got ugly bones, bitch. I'm good.
What? So you got ugly bones? He like, yeah, you got too much meat around your wrist.
Yeah, bitch.
He like, hold on, let me feel your ankles. Cankles? Yeah,
I'm good. I'm
good.
I say, nigga, you blind. What the hell? I said, how you picky? You can't see it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's some more crazy shit. The pickiest blind motherfucker in the
nigga,
world.
you picky. You can't even see it. Who cares?
Like, boy, if you don't stick the dick in here and
come on, man. I'm sure. I was like,
picky blind motherfucker.
Hey, you been blind from birth. You don't know what a good chick look like. You good, nigga. Come on.
Yeah, like, come on. What we doing?
Stop playing. Master, I cut your face. Have you look like Seal?
Oh my gosh!
All right, let's reel it back in. You getting off track, Lamar?
Wait, hold on. You the one that steered the shit off track, and now you want to reel it in? Wow, the audacity of certain motherfuckers, man. Anyway, but no, I definitely double down on those sentiments. Miss Morgan, Miss Sandra Douglas Morgan. Yeah, right. I wish you would have picked a quieter team, but it's all good. You do your thing, Shorty. You do your thing. Speaking of football, let's transition to college football.
Okay.
I know we kind of talked about it on Monday with USC and UCLA. Mm-hmm. At what point do we just say? at what point do we just say, "Damn"? Certain, like Pac-12. Like, let's go ahead and just dismember it.
I mean, it's coming to it's gonna be 2 super leagues, and that's what it's gonna boil down to.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they just go to divisions like NFL, like have conferences and then have divisions inside a conference.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be two big leagues divided, like you said, the NFL, and the winner out of those leagues play for the championship. Call it a day.
Yeah, let's just call it a day. Mm-hmm. To me, like, make it simpler, because Obviously the SEC is king of the football world. They dominated. They've been dominating football for the last almost 15, 20 years. And now you're starting to see other leagues kind of pretty much copycat what they're doing. Big Ten was smart by getting UCLA and USC. Geographically, travel wise, it's not making a lot of sense, but recruiting wise is smart.
But Nick said that last time. But think about it: Michigan State, they play Washington all the time.
Yeah, they go to the Northwest. Yeah,
it's the same. It's the same distance going from here to Washington State, from here to California.
I hear you.
Well, I'm not here, but I mean from Michigan to there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not that big of a travel distance from what they normally do. They play Nebraska all the time now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's Nebraska's part of the Big Ten now,
right? So I'm saying it's just as far. So it's like, yeah, you're just going a little bit further, but it's not that much further. Where it's like you traveling to Japan.
Yeah, I hear you. And look, I don't have a problem with the travel part. All I'm saying is that makes sense for a team or a league like the Big Ten, who's opening their doors recruiting wise, getting seen visual wise. Now Michigan can get seen in California, get seen, and now you can go and recruit there.
Right.
Notre
Dame traveled to USC and Stanford.
To me, it was a no-brainer for the Big Ten to do that. I mean, here's also my thing with Lincoln Riley, one of the fast and upcoming coaches in college world. He's now in USC. Yeah, Pac-12 is going to be like, yeah, Lincoln Riley, he's going to do great for us. Only for 2 more years. Then he up out of it. It's a tease now for the Pac-12. So, and I was thinking about this the other night. He brings in that very high explosive offense. You add that to the Big Ten, which is traditionally, the smash mouth football, a trench war kind of football.
Except for Ohio State.
Well, except for Ohio State, and that's why they've been dominating the Big Ten.
Right.
So it's because they're spreading the offense, spreading the ball, and making it about space and not just in the trenches.
Right.
And so you add Lincoln Riley to that equation, that gets more eyes on your conference. Of course, there's going to be more eyes to USC, but he said, "Fuck D." Ohio State.
Thank you, Matt. I agree.
But I'm saying, like,
it's in my heart.
Here's one coach who I think is going to mess up. It's going to mess up. You already know who I'm saying. It's going to mess up Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Because he already had a thorn in his side with Ohio State. He about to get another thorn in his side in 2 more years with Lincoln Riley. He just hasn't progressed your offense to be more spread like that yet. He just hasn't. I don't know why. I don't know what he's waiting on. I don't know what he's scared of.
For some reason, he can't get a good quarterback in there. He can't get a good. That's one of their main setbacks. Their quarterback play has. I mean, going back from Shane Patterson. Then why can't I think my man played last year?
Yeah, it's because they
went back and forth. Right, but I'm saying they switched back and forth with the quarterbacks. They played 2 quarterbacks last year, and I think that was a dumb. I mean, it worked in some games, but to me, overall, I think it's stupid switching between quarterbacks. It just doesn't work. But I think that's one of the main things. They had a decent defense. They had some. I mean, their players get drafted off of the defense, and the receivers get drafted. Their quarterbacks don't get drafted. I mean, traditionally they don't really have good quarterbacks that get drafted, but they have good college quarterbacks. But lately they haven't even had that. I think the last quarterback that got drafted out of Michigan was who? Elvis Gerback? I can't even remember.
No, don't do that. It's Tom Brady, bro.
Well, Gerback was after Brady.
No. Elvis Gerback was before Brady, bro. Don't
was
do
he?
that.
You sure?
Yeah. Brady was 2000, 2001. Gerback was like late 90s. I say.
You're right. I'm thinking
like maybe 99 and 97, 98, somewhere in there.
Drew Henson or somebody.
Well, Drew Henson
played baseball.
Yeah. Hell, Denard Robinson got drafted, but they switched his ass to wide receiver.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Denard Robinson wasn't a quarterback. I mean, we all know that.
Well, he was a playmaker.
I'm saying, but he wasn't a. He wasn't an NFL quarterback. Let me say that. I knew he wasn't. I knew he wasn't gonna be an NFL quarterback. That's why I didn't count him. I knew he wasn't gonna be an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hear you.
He said my seal comment got flagged.
Damn. That man then got
Matt said, check your inbox.
Yeah, I see it. He didn't got Zuckerberg.
Oh wow.
That man then got Zuckerberg. But no, I just think with Lincoln Riley coming to hell, and Chip Kelly. Let's here's my thing. Because I think Chip Kelly's still coach at UCLA. He's been actually kind of slowly turning that program around. Slowly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget how Chip Kelly was at one point the coach of the football world with his offensive innovation.
Mm-hmm. In college,
you know, especially in college when he was up in Oregon. And then that's what got him the job in the NFL.
That should be the next team they should go after too.
Well, Oregon
and Washington.
Oh, I would go after Oregon big time because look at what you bring in with Oregon. Because Oregon pretty much beaten back by Nike. You
bringing something with that.
Yeah,
and then you already got the Big Ten network. You bring Oregon in there. You got USC, UCLA.
Anthony, wow, bro.
My Lamar Jackson look like.
Yo, where did that come from, Anthony? You wild, bro.
Oh wow, that what they said? I saw that.
Wow, that's wild. But no, Oregon will bring in well, first of all, Oregon brings in their own style of recruits because of the way that they got that backing by Nike and they come up with all those crazy uniforms. So imagine that in the Big Ten, and
imagine Nike get behind other teams if they're in the Big Ten.
Oh, it'll look good for Nike.
If they can negotiate contracts with other teams.
Yeah.
And come out on those crazy uniforms. Oh man, that would be nice for the Big Ten.
Bruh, I
look at a picture here right now.
If I was a Big Ten, I would do it.
Oh yeah, man. Get Nike on your network, give them the back some of your bring them back your teams. Man, you doing something. You doing something there. And then Oregon, if you look at Oregon as especially in football, they still a draw because they had that. Their offense used to be pretty good, so they still a draw. People like to watch them.
Yeah,
and so that'll bring other eyes to Oregon, and then vice versa. So I think Oregon, Washington, and then they need to go somewhere down south and get like a the Horned Frogs and Baylor.
Yeah, only problem is Big 12 is not going to let them go. I don't think Big 12 going to let them go. Because Big 12 is already in talks trying to get 6 other Pac-12 teams, and that's why I said at some point, just let's just get the conferences and then break it down to divisions or whatever how they want to do it, because some of these big quote Power 5 leagues are eventually going to be exhausted because it's going to be about the money, and it always will be.
It always is and always will be.
But here's one school to me that is very interesting in this whole landscape of all this relocation and conferences and shit. Notre Dame.
Yeah, I always said, go ahead.
It's because they're so independent. They got their own TV deal with NBC. They don't rely on other conferences they come up with agreements to play certain conferences like at a certain point, like they play ACC football, Big Ten football opponents to make up their schedule because obviously they don't have a conference. If I'm Notre Dame, I'm staying independent as long as I want to. Right. I don't have to revenue share. I don't have to all the money that I'm making from NBC on that TV deal coming straight to me. Anything I to make TV wise comes straight to me. If you make it to the college football playoffs and whatnot, You know, that TV money coming back to South Bend, Indiana. You ain't sharing.
Right.
If I'm Notre Dame, matter of fact, I'm actually surprised that like teams like Alabama ain't independent. You know how much money Alabama by themselves bring to the football world in the ACC? I'd be like, yo, rest of y'all motherfuckers ain't doing shit. This us. You know what I'm saying?
To a degree, Georgia does bring.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, for the most part, let's be honest. Until what 5-6 years ago, until Georgia finally started making competition, who was making the money though?
But look at it like this. You gotta look at it. I mean, I'm not saying Alabama is not king in SEC, but I'm saying Georgia, Florida always still, because of who they were, still had some kind of pull in the SEC. You know, when you mention SEC, no matter how sorry Florida is, people always still mention them as the top teams in the SEC. No matter how sorry Georgia might have been or how mediocre Georgia was, which, you know, besides recently, they always mention them part as tops in the SEC. You know, only ones who don't really get mentioned that much really is Vanderbilt, Vanderbilt and Kentucky. You know, you be forgetting they in the SEC. And Missouri. In Missouri.
Yeah, well, they made the move from Big 12 to SEC about a few years ago. Texas A&M. So yeah,
Texas
I
A&M.
get what you're saying. Yeah. Talking about Florida, son. Well, I'm just saying the Gators ain't chomping like they used to, man. I know y'all was in the SEC championship game a couple of years ago. Y'all gave Bama a nice little run, but we knew y'all wasn't gonna win that game.
Well, I'm saying, but still, you know, you still look at
Florida has deep SEC history.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I would think because Notre Dame is an anomaly, and I don't think any other team can do what Notre Dame did and is doing right now. Because I think Notre Dame is just an anomaly, man. But here's the thing: I think Notre Dame is losing a luster too.
Well, that's because, and we talked about it. Is they want to be that Ivy League school without being Ivy League school type of feel. They want to be top in academics, and the only problem is, and I hate to say it, some of these great athletes that you're getting are from lower class places, and academically aren't up to par to go to like Notre Dame or something like that. I'll be honest. So you know, some of our kinfolk, you know, Nut and Tink Tink and Twan, they only math they doing is counting their ducats. All right.
Well, I mean, okay.
You know, they counting the grams.
Well, you making sweeping statements like that. You still got to mention that inner city schools don't get the funding and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
so it's not that they don't have the ability.
Come on. We know this.
I'm just saying this for people who may be listening. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure we make that clear for people who.
I got you. You don't want to get people get. I
want people to get it wrong. Misconstrued that we trying to say that people from the inner city are stupid.
No, and I'm not saying that.
Yeah, because that's not what we're saying.
And I'm glad you say that because at the end of the day, people from inner cities is just they're not getting the same resources as a suburban school district. That's fact. All right. So and that trickles down into certain things like this.
Then you got to add on top of that, if you're an athlete and a gifted athlete, they're pushing you through anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not even, your focus is not on education because you're not
as much. I don't want to say that they don't.
I'm generalizing.
Okay.
All right. I'm not saying they don't care. It's just that that's not their main focus because they're being taught and pushed in a way that, hey, you're going to be in the NFL. Hey, you're going to be in the NBA. You're going to be, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to push you on through. So you're going to take underwater basket weaving and all these little, you know what I'm saying? All these little crazy classes.
I got to see this underwater basket weaving. I got to see
you know what I'm saying? You know, you taking little crazy courses and just push you on through because, you know, you're going to be the next, right. Sex ed 1, 2, and 3, you know. Because they pushing you on through because you're gonna be the next whatever, insert player's name, next whatever. and that's part of the reason too, and plus the resource. So it's very nuanced why they don't make it academically, you know. However, that's the system that's put in place. So they need to really look and change the system, because another part of that they don't really teach or really talk about is, what if we don't make it? What if we get injured? You have nothing to fall back on.
Yeah.
Because you didn't pay attention to the education part, or didn't make it a priority.
Yeah. And we've had that discussion before, and you know, with those high academic standards that Notre Dame is asking, you know, unfortunately, you know, you won't
You're right, Anthony.
you won't be able to recruit some of them athletes that are coming out of certain inner cities because of academic wise. And that's and Notre Dame's, they're not going to budge on their academic standards, because that's their prerogative.
I agree with you, man.
You know, that's just what it is. And you know, because you even kind of said it to the same effect to Michigan for a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
Michigan is a public ivory.
Yeah. So like, when you got some of these institutions that want to get the, you know, accolades and well, comes down to state funding as well, for academics and shit like that. You know, they're not going to budge on their things. Now will they, you know, sometimes fudge a little shit?
I
you
believe
know,
they do. I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure they will.
Here you go. UNC is a public ivory, right? Julius Peppers said how he took classes and didn't show up. So I mean, let you know they fudged it a little bit.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Other players, I ain't gonna mention their name, but that I know for sure, family was selling dope. You know, and they were big time dope dealers, and they played on the basketball team in Michigan. So, you know, they fudging some of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, I seen some players. There's in high school driving brand new
Benzes and
cars that they got from the school boosters.
Yeah.
So we know, you know what I'm saying? We know that they fudge them, but in general, they try to get grade. You know, you gotta have certain grades to get in. And now Notre Dame, I don't know, because I don't know that much about Notre Dame. How they fudge some things, I don't know. Maybe they have. But I think the whole thing, I think Michigan needs to go ahead and just sell that beef with Notre Dame and bring them into the Big Ten. That's the main reason why Notre Dame doesn't do anything in the Big Ten, because of Michigan. So they just need to go ahead and sell that beef. And I mean, why is South Bend's like right there? You know what I'm saying? Not that far.
It's right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, geographically, Notre Dame is a Big Ten school.
Yeah, it's a Big Ten school geographically.
Not just geographically, but also scheme wise. They're not an explosive offense. They're not.
Right.
You know, they're a trench war type of football team as well. That's Big Ten written all over it. Why do you think Notre Dame struggles when they get to the damn playoffs? They play in teams that they can't match speed or physical wise.
Because they praying to the wrong God.
And then Alabama come and trounce their ass. So, I mean, look.
How many Hail Marys you say for that one, Notre Dame?
But overall for me, for Notre Dame, obviously, you know, if they ever join a conference, Big Ten would make the most sense, obviously, because scheme wise and geographically wise, they match up with just about every team in there. But I just me personally, and I get what you're saying, that they're losing some of their luster. But they still, when you hear Notre Dame, people still hear Notre Dame like it's Dallas Cowboys, you know. And
was that mostly? I'm not saying it because I know the answer. But I'm saying, is that mostly for people like us who are used to the old Notre Dame?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What about the newer generation? Are they still feeling that same?
Not even close. Obviously we don't have any information to back this up, but you know, for us growing up, you know, you slightly older than me, but we still
Right.
had the same feelings about
Mhm.
Notre Dame. You're like,
Right.
oh, Notre Dame, oh, Notre Dame, oh, bro, oh yeah, you got to
Right.
bring it to play Notre Dame. You
Right.
know, it's Notre Dame,
Mhm.
and so it's not that same feeling now because now it's Alabama.
It's
You
more
know,
Alabama.
it's Ohio State. It's
Hey,
you know,
hey, you
it's
have
Clemson.
don't mention
You
Ohio
know,
State.
I'm just saying it's other schools. it's
Say,
other schools.
Lamar looks like a crackhead.
Yeah,
Wow.
he talking about Jackson, not me, not me. I say no. I say no. I
I'm
say
just
no to
saying.
dope.
I don't know what you be smoking over there. I'm not in the room with you.
But he says, why you think NFL players going back to school for the degrees? They didn't learn nothing, and it's about football. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Who was it that just went back? It's escaping my mind. Yeah, the rich one, because I damn sure ain't rich. You are absolutely right, Ryan. I am broke as fuck. I can't remember. Saquon Barkley
Yeah.
went back to Penn State, got his
Right.
degree.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously y'all know about Saquon Barkley, highly touted, running back at Penn State, pretty much, you know, went on to the NFL. And a lot of players do this, you know, they don't finish their degrees and they eventually go back and get them. I remember Vince Carter did it when he was in NBA. He went back to Carolina, got his. A lot of people are doing it. So, you know, I'm just of the belief is if I was ever a student athlete, and you know, I wish I could turn back the hands of time, but I can't. But you
This for
know,
you, man. If I could turn back time.
if I could, you know, I would look. The NFL is not going nowhere. The NBA ain't going nowhere. You know that, especially now for me, all these student athletes shouldn't rush to go to the NBA or the NFL, especially with NIL.
Right.
Is you get a chance to, you know, have the financials, and whatever you do with them is what you do with them. But they're not going nowhere. These leagues aren't, you know, they're not evaporating tomorrow and disappearing. The NFL's not disappearing tonight. NBA
Right.
ain't, Major League Baseball ain't, NHL ain't. And so my thing is like, let's get these young athletes, student athletes. And
Mm-hmm.
I put student first because that's what they are labeled and that's what they should be. They should be student athletes. It ain't no different from when we was in high school. You knew who the football players were, the basketball players were, and who they were. But like you hit it right on the head. What if they get hurt and you can't play ball? You can't hoop no more. You can't play
Yeah.
football or baseball no more. Now you just a once star that can't be a star no more.
I'm laughing at Anthony. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's I'm with you on that. Like come on, let's get these kids to start mentally thinking the opposite way now. Like get your degree, especially in football. I talked about it last night. Demaryius Thomas. I'm older than Demaryius Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
and he passed away 7 months ago at 33 years old. And now
Right.
they just dropped the information that it was CTE.
Mm-hmm.
And he had, you know, some seizure problems, and the seizures were probably related to CTE. But you
Yeah.
know, he's
I
gone at
mean,
he's gone at 33.
I agree, and I'm a big advocate. Like I said, football should be looked at as an investment, not a job.
Mm-hmm.
Try to do 6, no more than 8 years. If you already have your degree, you can go right into something like broadcasting or something along that nature, and you just keep the money flowing. And hopefully, in those 6 to 8 years, you didn't get any concussion, have CTE,
Damn,
anything like
Ryan,
that.
72K a year for college. Wait, what the hell school he go to? Did that shit come with a happy ending? God damn.
I mean, that's not right though, man.
Really?
I mean, shoot,
That's what cats is paying?
it depends on what you go, because like
Man,
my
shit.
graduate school I think was 50.
Shit.
For
Hey
graduate school
man.
was like 50. I think undergrad was 35.
I'm about to tell my kids, man, get a trade. Fuck a goddamn college talk. Get a trade. Real talk. Get a trade. Go to trade school. For real. I'm being like dead ass serious. Yeah, Myron Roll. Yeah,
Well,
Myron Roll. Yeah,
I
he was a
mean,
Rhodes Scholar. He's a surgeon. He
yeah,
played in the NFL, played at Florida State. Yep, I know exactly who you're talking about.
yeah.
Yep, he did it all. He's done his residency as a he's doing his residency in Harvard right now. Matter
They
of
said
fact,
they
I
make
was
money off that music shit.
oh shit, he better make all the money. That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm sending my kids to trade school, man. Fuck that. $72K a year for school?
And school, it's not getting cheaper, it's going up.
Man, fuck all that,
I'll
dog.
tell you,
Hey,
man, it's 50 grand. It's 50 grand a year for my grad school, bro.
Well, that system's a fucking rig, dog.
And then look at my undergrad was 30 a year. That's why my college, what I pay is over $100,000, man.
Man, fuck all that, dog. That oh, come on, man. I can't. Oh my goodness. I can't spend that type of money. I get what you're saying in trade school might cost more than a regular college, but here's my thing. When you get that trade, you could come out making money. Majority of these people that come out of universities, they not even using their degrees, what you just went for.
Yeah, I ain't using mine. Neither one of mine.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
like you come out of a 4-year institution in debt. Well, what you gonna do with a bachelor's in eco science, math, or whatever kind of degree? I'm just spitballing right now, but like, you know what? You know, a bachelor in journalism.
Right.
You know, unless you being a journalist, you know, more times than not, because I see it all the time. Look, I work in the food industry, and I went to culinary school, so I'm using my degree. But I've seen all the waitresses that come in there.
Or servers.
Or servers. They go in there and they got a bachelor in canonical science, or they got a bachelor in something else.
That's true.
And what are they doing? They waiting tables.
Waiting on tables, man. I mean, usually when you go into, especially like in a front of the house are full of people who went to college and waiting to try to get a job for their degree.
Yeah, but sometimes the motherfuckers be waiting forever.
I mean, sometimes they don't get it. Sometimes they don't get it. I'm just saying. But think about, you know, places you work at, you be like, oh yeah, I went to school for such and such. You be like, oh really?
Yeah.
Just can't find a job in the industry, so it's easy. It's easy to become a server. I mean, you need a lot of skill. They don't look for a lot of skills in it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying it's it's an entry level job pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Once you get in there into the kitchen, that and dishwashing, those are 2 entry level jobs to get in. You know, a lot of people start in the dish room, move up into cooking and stuff like that. So you see that, or they start in the front of the house and move to the back house and start cooking. You know, start prep cooking and moving to sauteing and so forth, depending on how to structure your kitchen setup. But you know, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And my homeboy grew up with, he graduated from Rutgers years back with a degree in psychology and had a hard time finding a job. I worked on movies and they all had degrees in entertainment. It doesn't matter. They start off at the bottom like everyone else is such a waste. I mean, you think, here's my thing, man. When we first started doing this podcast, I didn't know anything about audio and visual.
Yeah.
No, I taught myself all this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I wish I would have done that with
hell of a help.
I wish I had done that with a lot of other stuff I went to school for. You know what I'm saying? Just taught myself, because you can learn a lot of stuff by yourself. I mean, even with cooking, most of I learned just by working in restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been doing it for so long, I start picking up stuff and learn most of that stuff. But I think, I don't want to say college is a waste, but it sure is a racket.
No, it's
you know what I'm saying?
It's It's racketeering like a motherfucker, dog. Come on, man.
I understand. It's a racket. Don't get me wrong. I'll be the first to tell you that because there's a lot of people who have degrees and all it is a piece of paper.
Just a piece of paper. But that's why I'm saying that's why we need to
piece of paper.
That's why we need to put the student first and the student athletes because these guys are getting an opportunity to get a free ride.
Yeah, now if you get a free ride, go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're getting a free ride, you go for it. I agree with that. I live in Baltimore for 8 months. Love that city.
Yeah, man, don't get too close to the wire, bro.
I don't know something about Baltimore. I just didn't like, man. I don't know what, like Baltimore and DC. I just like when I go there, I don't feel like I want to live there. You know what I'm saying? You know, some place you go, so I can live here. Every time I go to Baltimore and DC, I'm like, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, because once you hear the AK go off, you're like,
no, it ain't that. It's not that. I mean, shoot, man. I love going to New York and Jersey. You know, so it's not that. I mean, I heard that.
Probably because you don't like the crabs. I don't know. You don't like crabs. I don't know.
You know what? I'm
talking about the edible crabs, motherfucker.
I know you're talking about. Sitting back and y'all talking about skipping crack. The food was amazing. Yeah, I mean, the food is pretty good in that area. I mean, it's a lot of good seafood. I'm not a big Maryland crab guy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, we pretty much just talking pretty much about the landscape of college sports and with these student athletes, and we trying to push them to like, hey, be the student part first. We applaud guys that go back and go get you degrees once you made it to the NBA, NFL, and Major Baseball. Hey, I approve that. I'm just saying is that why be in a rush, especially nowadays? These kids got name, image, and likeness.
State police for Maryland,
you know what I'm saying?
Area, rough boogie down. Yeah,
they got NIL. What you get the opportunity to make money while you're being a student athlete. I wouldn't even rush to go be in the NFL and all that shit. Like go enjoy your college parties, be a little promiscuous a little bit if you want to, make friends, make acquaintances and enjoy your time, party it up, experience it all. And then go be ready to be professional. And my thing is now with NIL, this gives you kind of like the practice to how to handle money and fame. So what's
that prospect? God, I can't think of his name. He in high school now. He's already a millionaire because he got money. He's got money through Puma, I think.
Yeah.
And he's trying to figure out what college he's gonna go to. He's in high school. So be a male, not a Mara college.
I don't know. I turned it up in college, dog. I turned it up in college. Probably a little bit too much from time to time, but I turned it up in college. I
just kept, man. I love to learn, so Yeah,
you low key a nerd, bro. I'm a social butterfly.
I wrote papers in a day.
Yeah, see, I would write papers on the way to class.
I'd be like, I just sit my computer. Okay, right now.
Yeah. I ain't subscribing to none of that, dog.
In that case, yes, be a male, not a mom.
Hey, baby, how you doing? You ready to go to sleep?
Right. Let me slip this in your drink right quick. Oh, my bad.
I can't with this guy. No, I can't with this guy. But I'm just saying, these cats should be using NIL.
I look at it like this: it's either Roofy or the Ray Rice way.
Anyway, all right, yeah. Since we're definitely getting canceled at this, Matt, it's been real. Thank you for being
I do my homework on school.
Anthony, thank you for always supporting us to the max. Ryan, I know you just came back out of cave you were in, and you've been a fan for us from the beginning. We appreciate you. Stephanie, who else? Tim. I mean, Mel, shout out to Kofi. I mean, I'm just getting all of our shout outs in because this is definitely be the last time y'all see I.O.W sports.
I'm not seeing the problem here. I'm not seeing the problem here.
Because we are definitely getting canceled after this shit. I mean, like, god damn, really, Mel?
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Boy, you gonna have you gonna have all the feminist groups all up in our inbox in a second, bro.
You hoes don't watch football. They know what I'm talking about. They don't really understand the reference.
Come on, man. We can't be pissing them off, bro. You want some of this too old man? No. Like, come on, dog. Like, damn, you just oh my god.
Well, Angie said he used to say don't say nothing about that.
Hey, man, golly. Goodness, dog. They gonna be in the inbox heavy after this episode, motherfucker. Like, god damn. Look, I don't even know where to go to this for the last couple of minutes.
Brittany Griner. We got to talk about Brittany.
Yeah. Let's touch on Brittany Griner real quick. She pled guilty, over there in Russia. Look, I don't know how you feel about it, bro.
I don't know what her representation is telling her. Maybe pleading guilty might be her best bet to get out of the situation. Mm-hmm. I don't know. One thing I did know is I didn't like the way it was dragging her around like an animal. I didn't like that. You know, they had her cuff and it's kind of like pulling her, and I was like, dang. I mean, I know it's Russia, but y'all treating her like she a dog. What is the comments going so fast? Okay, say but why you bringing shit to Russia? That not very intelligent to begin with. I agree. The thoughts, comments, express. Oh, here's the thing, man, and I kind of hear what you're saying too, Ryan. You know, if you're in another country, you know, like the old saying, do it when you're in Rome, do what the Romans
do. Yeah.
So you have to realize where you are. But then I think it was Mel who said this a while back. Now, if I'm wrong, or Mel, you still listen, if I'm wrong, you let me know. But if she done this and she crosses the border all the time, maybe it's not. Is this the first time she done this? It's probably not the first time she done it. So just Russia on some BS.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because when she got arrested was when that whole Cold War little between Russia and America.
So now they just using this as an example. I don't know
because they just invaded Ukraine,
right? So, but at the same time, you just gotta know because she was trying to get out of the country because of that.
She was trying to get out of Russia, right? As they were about to invade Ukraine, and I'll say this,
but Anthony, I mean to cut you up, but I just want to respond to what he said.
No, go ahead.
I understand that, but in a way, I understand why she said it. You know what I'm saying? I understand why she said it. And even though it could be a false statement, but I understand why she feels that way. Mm-hmm. You know? So I'm not mad at that. I'm just more like, you have to be smarter than that when you're in other countries, especially countries that is known to be out cold with stuff they do. And Russia is known for being difficult. Russia is known for, not really, well, I know she ain't LeBron, but Russia's known for, having their own way of doing things. That's like going to China. China's the same way. Mm-hmm. When you go places like that, you be on your P's and Q's.
Oh, yeah.
That's just what it is. They don't care that you Brittany Griner.
Yeah. They probably wouldn't even care if she was LeBron.
Probably would, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, let me get your autograph. Who put these cuffs on? Thanks, 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 Matt.
Well, thank you.
But on the other hand, she's a citizen of the United States. She wrote Joe Biden. Joe Biden said, I ain't get these niggas college to it. I ain't
Boy, shut up.
money for college. You think I'm gonna get you out of Russia? Fuck out of here. For real.
Hey, here's my thing. If the government said they was going to get her out, they need to get her out. All right, point blank. Period. Don't lead her on and give her hope and think that she's going to get out of here and her government's going to save her. Look, I said from the beginning, I don't know what she was thinking. You shouldn't, look, I don't know if it was the first time that this has ever happened with her. I don't know. There's a lot of information that hasn't been put out there in regards if has she done this before? Has she, but regardless, she got caught having cannabis or anything cannabis related in Russia is still illegal. That's why she got locked up. I didn't see the government made all kind of moves to get people out over in international waters.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, go. If you say you're gonna go get her, go get her.
Oh yeah, now if you say you're gonna get her, go get her. You gotta keep your word.
Yeah, that's it. So I just wish she would have been smarter in not putting herself in that type of situation. Just because you just don't want to be, me personally, I'm not trying to get caught up in Russia. Yeah,
be a trade for a trade for a watch.
No, trade for a trade because there's probably somebody in Russia.
Oh, okay, trade for a trade watch. I got
you.
The
Russians want back that is being held captive here in America. And to me, if they do that, that's some slime ball shit.
Here's the thing, and I don't want this might come out wrong, but my thing is,
motherfucker, what come out wrong? You've been saying all kind of cancel shit, motherfucker. Don't try to be passive now. You want to be passive now? Yo, this might come out wrong.
She ain't worth releasing to somebody that could be dangerous.
Bingo. Okay, I'm with you on that.
I'm just saying, and I don't mean that as a diss to her, but is she really worth releasing somebody that could be dangerous?
No, you're right.
I mean, sometimes you gotta take one for the team. She played basketball. She know about team sports.
That's probably the most logical shit you said all day.
I espouse some things every now and then as logical.
Well, shit. That's actually a good spot to leave it on, man. We appreciate everybody hopping in here and good conversation today, good talks. But yeah, I'm with you on that. If they want an arms dealer or some kind of dude that's gonna be dangerous to society, no. Sorry, Brittany. Love you. We love what you did for the WNBA. And what you did at Baylor, but yeah, we're gonna have to tell.
Hey, look at it like this. You better get used to eating Russian pussy. Yes, I'm back on my shit. Don't take me long.
You better get used to that. I don't even know what they call it over there.
You better move from Tamika to Natasha.
Hey, y'all, we appreciate everybody, y'all. We appreciate the love and the support. And on that note, yes, and on that note, y'all come back. You did come back and come kicking with us Monday, episode 167. Hopefully we ain't canceled.
Right. Svetlana.
Natasha. Natalia.
Right.
Yeah. You better get used to them Russian names.
The pussy still tastes like greens, tastes like vodka.
Welcome, Mark.
Too far?
We getting off there. That is Detroit Mel, the man with the Grandmaster Plan. Thank you for the love and support. Y'all come back now, you dig? Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, episode 167. It's been real. Deuces.
Peace.
Lana.